Comparison is the thief of joy, right? We've all heard of this saying, but do we really know what it means? What are we supposed to do with it? Everybody talks about this thing, but like, what the hell are we supposed to do with the comparison being the thief of joy? Am I not supposed to compare myself to anyone? Am I not supposed to compare myself to who I am, who I was yesterday? Who the ideal version of me is? What the hell does this saying mean, right? What am I supposed to do with it? So I'm gonna talk about that in this video. So stick around till the end. You're gonna get an insane amount of value. Comparison is something we as humans are wired to do. We always compare ourselves to those around us, whether they're above, same status, below, right? Because it's wired into our biology to seek resources, seek acceptance into the primal groups that we are. We are animals at the end of the day. Even though we are social animals, we are still animals, right? And animals have instinctual habits that are wired into our very DNA. And every animal wants to fit in because being in the wilderness alone means to die without anybody to help you against predators and enemies. It means that if you get sick and injured, you don't have help or resources or medical assistance. It means not having anybody to talk to. It means loneliness. It means all these ugly things that cause fear, right? And in society, we're all fighting for the resources, like who is more famous, who has more friends, who has more access to women, who has more money, who has more appreciation, respect, admiration, all these things. So we are all intrinsically programmed to compare, but this very thing, this act of comparing ourselves to other people, is not good for us. So what the fuck are we supposed to do? Right? um, Recently, over the past week, I found myself comparing myself to someone, an online personality, and this person is on his journey since 10 years, okay? And he's super successful, and he's doing things extremely well. He's somebody who I admire, and I'm like, wow, he's been doing it for so many years, he's been doing it so well. I need to be like this, I need to be doing it. Even at a young age, he was doing it so much better than I am today. My 26, 27-year-old version is not even close to how good he was at 18, you know. And I'm like, wow, am I that incompetent? Am I just like a loser? Am I not doing things right? What's wrong with me? Why can't I get things moving? Why can't I get things going, right? And I found myself judging like myself so harshly. And then I just realized this, and I came out of it and just looked at it from another perspective. Whereas there are a lot of people that went to my high school, the people that knew me, my college friends, people around that I meet on a daily basis, that see me and they judge themselves the same way. They're like, why does this guy have all this, he has that, all these things. So it's a perspective thing, right? That's the first thing. It's a perspective thing. And we see another person, we see this idealized version of themselves, especially in today's age with social media. You might see this video of me and you go to my social media profiles and you see me, and you see me having all these things, and you think, oh wow, this guy has all this and all that, and I want this but I can't get it, and you start judging yourself, right? What we don't see is the person behind. Nothing in life is as perfect as it looks, right? Even the glamorous portraits that people either consciously or unconsciously portray, none of it is really who they are. It doesn't capture who they are as a person in totality, right? Everybody has fears, everybody has insecurities, everybody struggles with pain and family problems and relationship problems, financial problems, health problems. We all have it. We all piss and poop in the morning. We all need to sleep. We all need to eat. We all cry. We all get heartbroken. We all make mistakes. We all judge ourselves. You could be the greatest man in the world or the most powerful man in the world, but diarrhea will bring you down to your knees. One of my friends from college used to say that, and it's hilarious and it's true. Because it really is. There's nothing that we as humans are essentially spared from. Like, death unites us all, right? So what is different from us? What is this thing that we are comparing ourselves to? If we are so same, why are we still comparing ourselves to the other? Like, it's those unique things, those differences. Now, those unique things are actually those key strengths of ours. Every single person has something that's unique about them, right? Something that is true to their core. It makes them who they are. It's what makes you original. This thing, when you truly see it and you start accepting it and you start embodying it and bringing it out, that's when you completely stand out from the crowd. And to do that, you have to start not only becoming self-aware, you have to start becoming self-loving. You have to accept yourself, and the more you accept yourself, you realize that you are an individual that has been made in history. Your thumbprint is unique. You are one of one. You will never be repeated in history or the future. And that you are this person with all these unique tastes, strengths, weaknesses, every single thing. The combination of the human that you are is truly special. The universe or God, whatever you believe in, deemed you worthy to be born, and you are one of one, right? When you start realizing this, and it takes a long time to really like get this through your head and like into the fiber of your being, because I thought I believed this few years ago, but as I'm going through the journey, I realized that I don't really know this, because I still compare. Because if I truly believed this, I wouldn't be comparing myself to other people, right? And maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll never stop comparing, but nowadays I never compare myself to people like as much as I did before. And I rarely ever compare myself to people other than when I'm really like struggling to see results in my process, right? And I'm seeing like, hey, what this person is doing, what that person is doing. For the most part, I really feel like I've figured out this thing where I'm so happy with who I am. I really don't care about what other people have going on, good or bad. I really don't care about what other people think about me, good or bad. It's so liberating because I'm in love with myself. And it's not narcissism. Like, people think narcissism is loving yourself. It's not. Narcissism is the lack of self love. It's not having self love inside, it's having self hatred. That you portray yourself to have self love. It's the complete opposite. It's not self love. And people who truly love themselves don't need to portray themselves as this loving perfect people. They can show all of their vulnerabilities and weaknesses, because they know that even if people criticize them based on that, they can handle it. Even if they do that, they don't care, right? And that person that you are, with all the good and bad, all the ugliness, all the weird things, the how you hold the spoon maybe when you eat, maybe the way you sing when you shower, the way you sleep, maybe you do some goofy things. Every single person has these quirks and all these weird things, the things you were attracted to as a child, all these little cute things and weird things about you, right? These are the things that if you can truly accept, identify, and start embodying and bring them all out bit by bit and start practicing them, the lesser and lesser you will start comparing yourself to other people. You will realize that, hey, this is my story. I started at one point, other people started at another point. I have different ending. I have a different story. I have a different mission. This person is building a tech company. He's going to be a tech entrepreneur. He's building a software. He's an engineer. He's a nerd. He's a math guy. I'm an artist. I'm good with words. I'm not good with numbers. I don't like graffitis. I like polos. I don't like old money. I like new money. All these different things. You really start like finding out like, hey, I don't like dating. I just want to be single for the rest of my life. Like, whatever it is, whatever weird shit that you have, if you can truly just accept it and say like, hey, this thing, all these weird things that I have, no matter what people think about, this is me and this is my story, and I'm gonna make this my thing. And that will just liberate you from all of this comparison. It will just realize that, hey, this person is just one. I'm equal. We are all equal as human beings. We are bound by life and death the same. We all have our uniqueness, and this is my story and this is my life, and I'm gonna live it. And I'll leave you with one last thing. It's that in Kung Fu Panda, the movie, at the end, when the dragon warrior opens the scroll and Tai Lung was comparing himself to in the shadow. He wanted to be the master's student, and he's like, this panda is the one. This panda is the one. It's like jealousy and comparison and all these things. And this panda, this stupid guy, he opens the scroll, and he's this naive, innocent guy. He's just lazy and trying to figure his life out. He just opens that scroll and he looks, and he's like, I'm the dragon warrior. I'm supposed to be the dragon warrior. And he looks at the scroll, and it's just a reflection. And what he says, they say, is like there is no secret, and it's the truth. What that lesson means is that there really is no secret other than the fact that you are the hero of your story. The second you believe it, you become it, and that's it. And the point of going on your hero's journey is to get that reward, just to realize that you are that hero's journey. So start your hero's journey today so that you can be liberated from comparison and live your life authentically as an original, and be fucking delusional, because you're gonna need it on your hero's journey. Shit gets hard. Never stop believing in yourself. Be fucking delusional and make your dreams come true and become the hero of your own story. Love you guys. Bye bye.